Today is August 16th, 2026. It's 2:06 p.m. and the Lord in heaven has given me some new direction, which it's not totally unexpected, but there's a little bit of unexpected. So to get straight to the point, I went to church today. Well, actually, let me start with yesterday. Yesterday, I was minding my business, and the Lord told me to look for a job in North Carolina, specifically at the University of North Carolina. And so I found a listing that I thought sounded interesting, and he was like, apply for that tomorrow. Today, Sunday being the tomorrow, yesterday. And I was like, okay, you know what? I can do that. I'll know tomorrow if this was definitely you or if it was just me. So, I wake up this morning, and I believe he said it again, when you get home, fill out the application for this job. When I go to church, I hear somebody in the parking lot, one of the people who direct traffic's in, telling somebody else, oh yeah, today's about, hearing the voice of God and that he's a good shepherd. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And it's funny because we always sing like newer worship songs. And today they picked Oceans, which I haven't heard that song in church since it was overplayed on the radio back in 2016 and that era. And it was like when it got to the bridge that everybody knows so well, who heard it a million times when it came out. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you call me. And I just knew, like, he is calling me to North Carolina. And I say it's only partially unexpected because in 25, so last year, I think it was last year. Anyway, some point before this year, whether it be last year or 2024, the Lord told me to pack up like I was getting ready to go, like I was getting ready to move. And back then I thought it was gonna be much quicker because, like I said, it's been at least a year, if not more. And I was like, oh yes, okay, I'm about to go, and I didn't. So the moving part is not the unexpected part, but the place, because I thought I was going to Los Angeles because I got my master's in screenwriting and I want to make movies and all this stuff. And I believe basically right now that's just like, don't worry about that. Like, I will find out if I'm actually going there later. But for now, the step is North Carolina. And so the job is in radio. I've never actually worked in radio. I mean, I've worked in media. And it's actually it's really well paying, but it's an assistant job, so you don't even have to have a college degree, even though it's at a university. And I'm assuming they're probably looking for students, but, well, no, because it's a full-time job. Anyways, it's temporary, but it's a pretty good pay. I don't know how expensive it is up there, so I just not worried about that. And so all that to say, this is just one of those times when I know God is speaking so clearly that he is moving me to North Carolina. And I'm excited. And honestly, this is the part that's most exciting, is that I know part of the reason is he's saying my husband is there. And my husband is not here in Georgia. He's in North Carolina. And that after service, crying and just like, oh my gosh, God, this is real. I sat in the lobby and I wrote down what the Lord said, and he was like, look up. And I looked around and I see all these families and all these people that I love, who go to my church, and I love my church now. I love it so much. And he said, I know you love it here, but this is not your home. Your family is in North Carolina. Your life is in North Carolina. And I was just like, oh God, I'm so happy to hear you speaking to me, but man, I already feel the bittersweetness of leaving when I just found this church and I just got to the place where, you know, I feel so comfortable and I know so many people and I love it. And God's like, yeah, but time to go. But the bitterness just can't compare to the sweetness of knowing that God is leading me somewhere and knowing that this is what he wants to do and that there's purpose for me in North Carolina. There's things there, people there, purpose for me there that's just not here, and I have to go. And like I said, I just never would have expected North Carolina. Like, I don't think I've even ever been to North Carolina. I've been to South Carolina. I've been around. I've been to every state around there, I think. Well, not Virginia. And I just never would have thought North Carolina. So I'm just really excited to see what God does. I'm recording this just to like begin the journey. I think I'm just gonna record it all, you know, from now when he's telling me to then when he takes me. And so I have to apply to the job today. We'll see how that goes. The other thing is that would make this 100% God working. I don't have any money. And I even hate to admit that publicly, but the Lord made it to where I don't have no money. I have college debt. I have other debts. I don't have a car. I pretty much have no way to get there on my own. I have no way to pay to live somewhere once I get there, as in before I start working. Like, there's no way I can do this. There's absolutely no way I can make this happen. None. Not without, like, help. There's no way I can do this. And so that's what I'm really, really excited about, is how, God, are you going to pull this off? Because I know it's going to be only you who can make this happen. And so the first step is just applying to the job. And, you know, I don't know the full plan. All I know is he's saying apply to the job. And that doesn't mean I'm going to get that job. That doesn't mean that I'm going to leave this year. That doesn't mean anything that I might think it means. And that was what the sermon was about, is when we listen to God, we just do the first thing and don't try to fill it all out. Don't be worried about what's next. Just take step one, because he can't give you step two till you take step one. So I'm very excited. Like, I'm so excited. Yesterday actually, or maybe sometime this weekend, I was just like, Lord, man, I can't take it, but I'm so ready to leave home. Like, I'm so ready to get out of my parents' home and be on my own, not just for the sake of like having my own money and stuff. It's just I'm uncomfortable at home, and I think it's not for any. I mean, I have a great family, and we live together well, and I have fun at home. I love my family. We go out, we hang out, like, we're good. It's just like, it's time, and I'm just so honored that God would keep me here until it was time. I mean, there were so many times these last 4 years when I haven't been working at all, and I was just like, God, like, this is taking forever. When's something gonna change? What's the plan? It's like he knew the plan the whole time. If I get this job, or if I get another one, like, whatever job I get isn't gonna be open until now, and the people I meet aren't gonna be there until I get there. It's like I already see how his timing is perfect and how I had to wait. And of course, the husband part, I don't know how long he been there or whatever, but like, he's there, and waiting on him is because I have to go to him. So, I'm just so excited. And again, thank you, Jesus, that I'm not in a rush. I mean, like I said, I don't have no money. I don't have no way to make it happen. All I know is God is gonna do it. I know so deeply that he loves me, and this is part of his love for me, is taking me somewhere else to continue to do his will. And I'm just so excited. I'm not worried about how it's gonna happen. I'm just ready to go. So that's exciting, and I hope that I don't know if I'm going to even post this, but if I do, if you are hearing the Lord speak to move, to go, or to stay in the don't move, trust him, because he knows the full plan of your life. In Psalm 139, it says, not only did he know you before you were born, but the book of your life was completed by God in heaven before you were born. And so if he tells you to do something, he knows. And I'm not even gonna say don't be mad about it. Don't be mad that you have to go. Don't be mad that you have to stay. But tell God that, and he will help you through. He will give you the strength. He will renew you. He will give you the peace to be like, fine, I'll do whatever you say. He will. It might not be immediately. It might be immediately. But just trust him and just know that he has your absolute best interest. He's doing it for you and for his kingdom. Imagine that. That it's both going to satisfy you long term, and it satisfies his plan to bring Jesus back and to bring the new heaven and earth. Think about it that way, that you are instrumental in his plan to bring the new heaven and earth. That's huge. And you know, even though our life is but a vapor, it's like he still is so intentional about using us and giving us satisfaction in it. So again, this is just the beginning for you, for me. I'm excited. Can't wait to see what he does. Let's go, Jesus. I'm going to North Carolina, of all places.